One of the challenges we always have when we're looking for employees and controls engineers is to find qualified candidates that have actually integrated equipment together. So APT has partnered with both Rockwell and FANUC to develop this particular trainer, as well as all our education line of products. Both companies are great with their e-learning and their courses and curriculum. APT is not duplicating those efforts. We are building on top of those efforts while partnering with both Rockwell and FANUC to bridge the gap between how those two great products work together. So the kit comes in 3 packages, and what the school's going to receive is really an industrial grade control panel that they could use to hook up to any machinery and control it. They can order it just straight out of the box, just like it's from the factory, no holes cut. They can also order it options with the holes already cut in there for the HMI, the buttons, the operators, the wireless bolt. We offer a replenishment kit, which is all the consumable items, so the labels, the wires, screws, fasteners, anything they need to tear it apart and put it back together. With each kit comes an entire print package or schematic package. Included in that schematic package is panel layout, so it tells you exactly where to put your penetrations in the enclosure for the buttons, for the HMI. Also tells you how to assemble the DIN rails, and then it goes into the schematics and wiring piece of it with all the wire labels, which wire labels go where. Has all the symbology, has all the wiring, call outs, everything that's needed to build these panels. Rockwell offers 10 seats of eLearning Plus for all their online learning courses for the first year. With that, they also include the educational toolkit, which is all the programming software you will need to run this, program it, program the PLC, program the HMI, plus over 100 other pieces of Rockwell software. The EDU toolkit includes Studio 5000, it includes Studio View Designer 5000. The Logix Designer is what you use to program the PLC. The View Designer is what's used to program the Panelview 5000. It's the same thing that industry is using. That's what's missing in education nowadays is the integration. Rockwell does a great job on the robot programming, FANUC does a great job training that. Where APT is bridging that gap is the integration between these two pieces. The sequencer application is really that entry to mid-level piece of how to integrate equipment. We can use that without knowing anything about how to program Logix 5000s or the HMI to connect and control a robot. The next step to that is the trainer also comes with pre-configured templates in the logic. So once a student understands the sequencer and they understand how the logic functions, top, bottom, left, right, true, false, Boolean logic, then they can move on from the sequencer into the actual PLC programming language. APT provides a structured programming template in the Logix 5000 and the HMI to give the institution a head start. It comes pre-configured with the PNS structure needed to interface with a FANUC robot, to where all they need to do is populate a number into a register value, program the robot accordingly, and it will run. The PLC HMI trainer can connect to external devices such as a FANUC circuit card through Ethernet, or you can also hardwire some I/O signals back and forth to other ancillary devices. Let's say you have a pin stamper, a laser marker. If you have a camera system that gives you a go, no-go signal, you can wire that back in through discrete I/O, or you can connect over Ethernet to bring those signals right back into the PLC. If you don't have any of that equipment, you can still teach the integration piece. If you have 2 of these trainers, you can tie the 2 trainers together either wirelessly through discrete I/O or hardwire Ethernet and have the PLCs talk to each other and control each other's I/O. We wanted to make this trainer as universal as possible and be able to connect to virtually any system that exists out there. A lot of shortcomings we see when it comes to education is they're using industry components, but not really the majority of what's out in industry. So as our product development team got together and concepted and designed and built this trainer, we wanted to pack it with what's truly being used out there in industry. 80–90% of all machines use Rockwell components in the US. One thing that's unique about APT is we have an industrial arm as well as an education arm of the company. There is virtually no difference between our machinery for the industry side and the education side. We use the same yellow robots in our education line that we use on our industrial palletizers, case packers, automated assembly machines. From the PLC HMI, the Rockwell CompactLogix, the GuardLogix, everything is the exact same. We've spared no expense and we've spared no technology in this trainer.